struggling with prop firms? Let's go. Now, if you want to increase your chances with every single prop firm challenge you take, this is not for personal accounts, this is for prop firm accounts only. Now, I've been trading with prop firm accounts for, I don't even remember how long, but if you want to increase your chances, it's going to be the break and retest, guys. The more simple to learn, the more simple to apply, and the most simple to, even master. It's one of the few strategies that needs the least tweaking once in a while. What I've seen mostly just stop loss sizes. Now with this break retest, before I get into this, guys, I'm going to go over entries, going to be going over key levels. Now I don't mention support. Well, people call them support resistance zones, some people call them supply and demand levels. I call them key levels. Now the reason why I call them key levels, guys, because my key levels, the way I draw them, they are super refined. Now obviously this is something I only teach to my mentorship students. And speaking about the mentorship, guys, my phase 1 was passed within a day, and after 3 trading days I've just dropped the certificate. As you can see, the 7th, and today is the 7th as well. And also got some testimonials. This section was added yesterday. Someone's once in the comment mentioned that Nova was one of my second accounts. Now if that was the case, well, you can see on the certificate you can't fake this stuff. And so far 2 students have already in the testimonials have already given their feedback. I didn't know, but this particular one student here, he mentioned he's up 17 RR in 2 days. It just shows the edge of this strategy is absolutely insane. I'm trying to show full transparency as much as I possibly can. I show my live trades here. All live trades go over here, and then whether they're winning trades or losing trades, they get posted. So the before and after trades all get posted. So yeah, but if you want to join the one-to-one mentorship that I provide, link will be in the video description. Let me just quickly go over what that entails, so you have a better idea. Let's go on the welcome page if I can find it. Yeah, unlimited one-to-one sessions. Yeah, unlimited live trading together, chart breakdowns, live group sessions. Currently in a trade right now as well. This is the mentorship group that once you join, once you're in, you be alongside other profitable traders, students, and also learning who are trying to become profitable in a position like yourself. Now as you can see here, don't want to click on the account. There's a here top right corner, you see Alpha Capital blue number. So my trade is running in profit, which is nice to see. Now if I go back, okay, so key levels, right? What do I look for? Well, you can go on major time frames, and as you can see, even if you join the rejections, I obviously refine this more in the one-to-one. By the way, guys, why waste years, right? I've made the mentorship super affordable for everyone. It's not even expensive. Keeping in mind, I'm not doing this to make money. I make money from my trading. I've got the sources of income as well. Trading, the mentorship, your fee is not going to change my life, and you'll be surprised to hear how much it actually is. But yeah, link will be in the video description. When you join through Discord, just come and hit me on one-to-one and come find out. Okay, so now that we've got all that out of the way, let's so on the bigger time frames, just mark your major rejection levels. Now once you've marked out the major rejection levels, you can just drop down to a smaller time frame. Now this is not exactly the same break and retest I show in my mentorship. It's more refined. There's different ways to I show different entries, methods, and also how to refine these key levels to absolute perfect, clean and crisp. So okay, let's go to a small time frame. Now let's look at these different levels here, guys. What we're looking for, you got to look at the breakouts, right? We pop down to a smaller time frame, and look at this. Once on the smaller time frame, you can use a 30-minute because I started from the 4 hour. We're going to start with the bigger time frames here. We get the break here, right? Now in this instance here, it's probably be better to use the more small time frame. I normally have a fixed time frame that I show to everyone in my mentorship. If I just show you, let's go here. Now look how clean this key level is, guys. Once price breaks through, none of the candles ever close above the key level. It just shows how clean and crisp this was. After this bearish candle here, you can take an entry. You know, you can even take an entry from this level as well. You know, this is a bearish candle rejection. You can take your entry from there, and then from here, if I just show you, I will just give us a nice 1 to 8. Super simple. Now if I look at the next one, right? Looking at the next one, we get the break of the candle. Now look at this huge bearish candle. There's a strong bearish candle, no wick at the, you know, hardly any wick at the bottom. So this is a strong bearish candle. You can take your entry after this candle pattern forms here. If I zoom out, now what I've seen, guys, I've seen some students even you know, gain success with this strategy within 2 days. Literally within 2 days. There was one student who received a 4.7k payout. If I just show you as well, let me find, so this was the mentorship down here. Let me find, as you can see, some decent sized profits from some of the students. 4.7k. The only reason I wanted to show that, guys, because I know some of you know, well, 1 or 2 will say, oh yeah, he's making that number up. Proof's in the pudding, guys. You know, I post my live trades before and after, got nothing to hide. Yeah, the only thing I don't show is the amount of money that I make. That's my own right, I don't have to. With the break and retest, you know, the opportunities are endless. I've never said I'm a multi-millionaire, you know, but I am financially free. I never have to work for someone, you know, another day for someone ever again. Even, you know, quitting your 9 to 5, guys, that's success itself. In this trade here, we get the breakout, price creates multiple rejections, but then you lose the trade. Still, it's okay, it's part of the game. You're not gonna win every single one, you know, it's part of you gotta look at it as, whenever you lose a trade, guys, you're giving a small investment back to the markets. You're making a small investment, paying the market a small little fee to get a bigger return. So look at this, one loss here. Now we've gained a 1 to 5. Now I've always shown like pretty much how to take the entries and all that. Now the key thing here is, guys, I'm going to show you a method on risk management, and this is not one like you've seen before, most likely. Now in my other videos, I've showed with prop firms 0.5% risk, and you only, you know, create a bit of a buffer and then only risk your profits. Now in this case, guys, what I would recommend is, with your first ever trade that you trade with a prop firm, right? You've already seen me mention 0.5%. Now if you win this trade, right, next trade is going to be 1%. That's what I want you to do. Your next trade is going to be 1%. Now suppose you lose this trade, your next trade is going to be 0.5. Suppose now you lose again, 0.5 again. So now in your next trade you've won, right? So now risk 1%. If you won that trade again, risk 1% again, 1% again if you won again. As soon as you lose, drop back to 0.5%. Trust me, just apply this method and watch how powerful this is. So whenever you win your next trade, risk 1%. Whenever you lose, drop down to 0.5% again, because that's the whole idea of winning big and losing less. Cut your losses short and win big. Normally what people think is this, yeah, if you win big and you know, keep your losses small and you win as big, this is what normally people think. I'm risking 1% there, I'm gonna aim for a 1 to 17 because now my wins are big and my loss is small. That is not, you know, what that means. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to that, and people, you know, well, not majority do misunderstand, but what this really implies is you use your risk management correctly. That's the main thing, guys. You want to use your risk management correctly. You want to, for example, you want to manage your live trades correctly. That's what I'm trying to say. If I'm in a live trade right now, one method is I can reduce my stop loss to half. I'm still leveraging that one full 1%, but if I lose a trade, I only lose half. Another one is, that's method one. Another method would be risking 0.5% first. If I win the trade, you know, I'm up. If I'm aiming for a 1 to 4, I've created 2% buffer. Then you risk 1% per trade. and then you continue, and then aiming for that 8% should be very easy. Third method, like I mentioned earlier, risk 0.5%. Then next, if you win the trade, next trade you risk 1%. You win the trade, risk 1%. You lose the trade, drop back to 0.5%. If you lose the trade, stick to 0.5%. If you win the trade, risk 1%. So on. Now, me, I'm not just some guy just randomly. I've been doing this for the last I think it's 9 years. I know I've said 8 years, but I do think it's really 9 years on and off. But then took it very, very seriously for the last about 4 years, and then never looked back really. Of course, lots of hardships were on the way. They were part of the journey, but it's about that I'm a very, very competitive individual. I just you just gotta just never give up, guys. Just never give up. Here I've got my data, more than 500 days of trading. That's a trading term. Like if you exclude the weekends, you've got if you look at like, it's more than, if one blue line to blue line is 1 week, that's more than 2.5 years approximately. So I've got all the data, then I've even put it into Canva. So if I just show you my wins and losses, and I'll show this pretty much every single video, my back tested data. Why? Because I'm not just some guy that just randomly thought this or took these lines here and then oh yeah, this is why you should listen to me. And then of course every single one of my videos starts with my certificates that I've gained, and I'm gaining more. Even as, look, this is phase 1, another account today, phase 1, you can see the date here. This is phase 2, passed in 1 day. Phase 2 passed in 1 day. This was a small 10k account. I was actually refining my strategy, and I ended up passing in 1 day, which is quite insane. I remember when Profitability Challenge, this is another phase 1 account, passed in 1 day. And this is when's this? The date on this is all with Alpha Capital. This is on the 1st of this month. This was on the 5th. Now Alpha Capital has 3 trading days, and this was a weekend in between. So you can see I'm passed that within 1 day as well. This one here, this was passed in 1 day as well, phase 1. So I'm absolutely destroying these Profitability accounts. And if you want to just even forget taking signals, guys, forget taking courses and all that. Hey, if you want to learn one-to-one, be part of a profitable do you know what it is, guys? Let me put it this way: when you take courses, you have more questions at the end. There's no one left to answer them. Once someone tells you a course, you're on your own path. Number 2, my mentorship provides is one, it's you're going to be part of a profitable community, obviously, of just like yourself, learning community as well, forever learning. I'm always learning as well. And I always say, guys, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang about with. If you hang about with in this case profitable traders, you will become profitable. If you hang around with traders who don't have a clue, especially if you're on your own as well, then you're just going to make your journey harder for yourself. Now number 2, I would say you got me, full access to me, unlimited one-to-one sessions. And number 3, I also do session breakdowns. If I just show you here, videos, I post videos, guys, how to draw the correct key levels, and just dropping all the way, just making it easy. And sometimes we've got other students, profitable students, that drop here as well, just to provide value to everyone, to the students that are still learning. But it is a great community. But regarding prop firms, guys, I'm going to be making more videos on prop firms now, solely based on prop firms as well. But the break and retest, I believe, is the king of strategies. I hope this video was helpful. If you got any questions, anything, just drop me a comment below. I reply to every single one of my comments. Like, subscribe and share, and join the link in the video description, and come say hi.